Hello, welcome back to another video tutorial here at GeekatPlay Studios. My name's Gary Miller. About a week ago in the forums, Manny asked if I would do a tutorial on how to model an old shack, an old outbuilding, that sort of thing. And I had modeled one, probably close to a year ago. And when I looked to find some reference images, I just did a Google search and I had found several buildings similar to this one, but I really liked the shape and the dilapidated appearance of this one, and I set out to create a old building based on several of the characteristics of this one, such as, well, one, the shape, two, these little rafter pieces that are sticking out, lots of different materials that were kind of just slapped together to build this hunk of junk, and including the roof. You've got several different materials, three that I can see here, that compose the roof. So in my Google search, I did I put in old buildings, old shacks, that sort of thing, and I looked at the various characteristics of lots of different buildings, and I kind of incorporated what I wanted into my final model that I ended up finishing, and actually I sell it over at Cornucopia, and this is the model right here. Nothing could be more basic than this thing. It might look a little complicated. It's really not. Let me hide some of these items here, and we can just look at the different pieces of it. This is the building itself, and if you look at the geometry of it, it's very basic. And I believe all I did was start off with a cube, and then I just added a whole bunch of different cuts and subdivisions so that I could distort the appearance of it so that it looked like the walls were weak and twisted and really aged over time. So that's the building. It's very basic. Then I created some. Let me click off of this. I created this little piece here. Let me render this. This little piece here as though it's I don't know, covering a hole or a gap in between materials. And corrugated metal. I created some corrugated metal here for a piece of the roof. And here's more pieces of the roof, and here's the corrugated metal, and on this side I used kind of just a flat piece of what would appear to be like a flat piece of sheet metal, and on this side I created a kind of different profile for my corrugated metal and just pieced together a whole bunch of different objects to give the appearance, just like that photograph that I showed, to give the appearance of a very old building that was really pieced together by items that the owner here found on the trail as they were making their way across the country, I guess. And finally, these little rafters. Let me hide my roof. These little rafter pieces are not really rafters. Since I don't plan on creating an interior for this building, I just created these small little fake rafter pieces, and these were just modeled out of cubes, and then each one slightly deformed to show that it was some rough-hewn wood that was used to create these. So if you look at just the shape of all the little individual pieces, it is all very, very basic. And then because this thing is old and boarded up, I just use some cubes and stretch them, make them look like pieces of lumber here, and created some windows here. And I got some hardware somewhere. Here it is. I created these little pieces of hardware. Now I did not texture these. Instead I used view and applied a procedural texture to this, and I think I did the same thing to the horseshoes. I forget now where the I applied a procedural texture. It would have been a lot easier than actually texturing it here in body paint. And some boards here to hold up a sagging roof. And because this, I guess the guy ran out of lumber on this side, he slapped a piece of corrugated metal on this. And another little piece here to cover up a gap there, or a hole, or whatever. So this is essentially the project we're going to start out to create. Now I won't go into the texturing. I've got plenty of tutorials that I've done on texturing for Hexagon, and I probably will very briefly go over the process of making the corrugated metal here. If you want to see a more lengthy explanation on how to make the corrugated metal, then you might want to look at my creating a Mediterranean roof, because this is the exact same process, creating this, as I used to create the rounded tiles that you find on Mediterranean roofs. I just altered it slightly to make it into corrugated metal. So this is the project that we're going to set out to make, and this is the introduction to this project is. So we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching here at GeekatPlay Studios. My name's Gary Miller. Have a good day.